Hi, the Arena of Honor test game is behind us. I was hoping that the next match would take place this year, but well, it was all a dream. Today's recording will not be a typical battle video. I focus here on showing the gameplay itself, mechanics and theory. The recordings are of course from the test match itself, but everything may change because now it was only a test match. Let's recall the current rules. Arena is scheduled to take place every week, excluding Champion City Siege, with which it would conflict. Each match can be played alone or in a team with a maximum of 5 players. Each team can consist of 10 players, so the chances of meeting players who do not know our plans are high. Depending on the results of the battle, you can gain or lose fame points, and the loss is automatic for not participating in higher ranks. So, first of all, activity in the arena is important. Fame points are gained or lost not only for results, but also for achievements, which change depending on the game mode. This may be capturing a minimum of 3 clan castles, maintaining the City of Glory at the end of the event, or others. It is also important that each faction member receives the same amount of fame. Let's move on to the gameplay itself. This is not a strategic mode like Siege of Winterfell or Lost Realm. It is very similar to Alliance Conquest in that you also take over buildings that provide various benefits for your faction. The most important is Clan Castle. Losing it prevents you from taking over buildings and also causes you to lose points, a huge loss. Its acquisition and maintenance is very important. I write from experience. The acquisition of Clan Castle enables further expansion. Strongholds are important and can be expanded into specific buildings. Choosing offensive camp increases the number of troops sent from Clan Castle. Choosing defensive camp allows you to increase the number of defenders, and post-trading generates points. Yes, Clan Castle sends attacks to neighboring clan castles. Attacks go counterclockwise, but after the first interception, it goes counterclockwise, like a pendulum. By increasing the number of offensive camps, we can dominate clan castles, but our clan castle will be very weak in defense. Balance is important. Just clicking on Stronghold won't do us any good. There must be support from some branch for the transformation to start. It is not particularly complicated, but as I have written all along, the first attempt may be very difficult because this game mode requires skill and experience. The next very important buildings are altars. By taking over them and occupying them for a certain period of time, we can significantly change the course of the battle. It is important to choose a buff after the occupation. Some people didn't know about it. I found out myself after receiving a reprimand in the faction chat. Oh well. Special buildings that you can do without, but have their own functions, are Dragon Pit and Mercenary Camp. How do they work, you ask? Well, attacks made by Clan Castle only include armies. No dragon, no walking animation. By taking over Dragon Pit, we add a dragon to each attack, and as experienced players know, a good dragon is half the battle. I would like to greet here the originator of the new dragon skill called Fear. Similarly, when taking over Mercenary Camp, we add a marching animation to each attack. If you pay attention to the game, the walking animations are different and therefore the bonuses are different. However, whether we manage to take over the above buildings or not does not matter, because they still have to be occupied for a certain period of a few minutes, and during the occupation another faction may make a dragon entry there, which will result in no bonus. Of course, occupied buildings can also be taken over, but immediately after the occupation time countdown ends, there is a protective period, the so-called bubble. This gives you a moment of respite and the opportunity to reorganize support in the above buildings. In fact, in all buildings, takeover, occupation, protection time, possibility of another attack, over and over again. Sounds simple. However, this is not the case at all. There are a lot of buildings to capture and control, more than the number of players in the faction. Additionally, sending support, repelling attacks, you can get confused at first glance. But after the first match, this is just the impression. As time goes on and you get to know your team, if you have one, each match will be played mechanically without much focus, so don't worry. There are 2 more buildings I didn't mention. These are the Mines and the Seps of 7. The first one, like during Alliance Conquest, generates points at a rate depending on the number of players, and after all points have been extracted there is no profit from it. The second one speeds up the hospital's healing rate by 100%, but the effects do not stack. Of course, I left the most important building for last. This is the City of Glory, which is not only very difficult to take over, but maintaining it can be much more difficult. After all, he is the target of all 6 factions. Control over this building ensures constant attacks on the rest of the faction, and, above all, a huge amount of points. Capturing it often determines victory. What else is there? Oh yes, the event has an internal shop for blue diamonds. Contains healing speed, march speed or raid speed. It has a very good price compared to the normal store, but items purchased there only work during this game. I left the most important thing for last. Troops sent to the arena do not die. I hope this recording dispelled some doubts that were troubling you. Another recording from the arena, this time from a real battle, will appear when the arena is publicly available again, most likely in January. Take care, see you soon.